In today's video, we'll be talking about the New Brunswick Critical Work Program for 2023, which is a work permit path that was sponsored by the government of the New Brunswick to ensure they can bring in lots of people into Canada, precisely into New Brunswick, and also pay for your tickets that will bring you into Canada. So like I said, this program is sponsored by the New Brunswick government. This program is for people who want to leave their country and come into Canada. So it is actually a new program that you can use to come into Canada. And guess what? For this program, you did not need to have your LMIA, you did not need to have your IELTS, you do not need to have your ECA, which is your educational assessments. There are no proof of funds that is required. There is no age limitation. So despite your age, you are 20, 30, 40, 50, you can come into Canada. And the best of all, the sweetest of all is that with this program, you can move with your family directly from your own country into Canada. Your ticket is going to be paid for by the government of New Brunswick. So this is a great deal. Remember, watch this video to the end, subscribe, like, share these videos with your friend, and click on the like button.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get.
Okay, so let's talk about this critical work program. This critical work program is a 5-year pilot program. In other words, when you come into Canada using this program, you get entitled to your first 5 years in Canada. This program addresses the shortage of staffs that we have here in New Brunswick. Because they have shortage of staffs, like they need people to work for them here in New Brunswick, but there are not enough people to work here. So they need people to come into New Brunswick and work. So as a result, the government of New Brunswick brought out specifically 6 companies, okay? And these 6 companies were selected because they have a wide range of recruiting services, because they have a lot to offer to you who want to come into Canada from your own country. The first company we will be talking about is Cock Aquaculture. This company is all into sea farming and marine products, and they have lots of vacancies. They have shortage of staff, and they want you to leave your country and come into New Brunswick, Canada, so that you can work for them. So I would suggest you go into their website, see the job openings that they have, and go ahead and apply so that you can come down to New Brunswick in Canada. The second one we will be talking about is JD Ivan Limited. JD Ivan Limited is a very big company here in New Brunswick. They have lots of job vacancies. They need people to work for them. It's a very big company. Each day people keep coming to apply for them, but the vacancies are still there. So they want you to come into Canada and work for them. They are into agriculture, consumption, consumer production, food, forestry product, retail and distribution, building and construction, and finally transportation and logistics. So kindly go to their website, JD Ivan Limited, and apply. The third on my list is Group Savoie, and Group Savoie is basically into wood components. It's also a very big company. As the name implies, you can see they are into wood. They have lots of wood here in Canada, so they have lots of production to do, and as a result, they need lots of people to work for them. Unfortunately for them, unfortunate for you, they are having shortage of staffs. Like they need people. They need people to come and work for them, and that is why they want you to apply for their jobs, and they will sponsor your trip into Canada. So also go to their website and do some applications. Number 4 employer is Group Wesco. and Group Wesco is into poultry farming. They are into eggs, meat, they are into chicken, they are into turkey, and they supply all of these items that I've mentioned to you. As a result of the large scale production that they are into, they require people to work for them, because right now they are short of staff, and because it is a very, very big company that the government has trust and confidence in them that they do large scale recruitment. That is why the government chose them for this particular program. So please kindly go to their website and apply so that you can come down to New Brunswick in Canada. So number 5 on my list, which is the 5th company and also the 5th employer, is Imperial Manufacturing Group. Imperial Manufacturing Group is a manufacturing company that is into manufacturing of metals, plastics, air conditions in large scales for homes, for schools, for companies, for big statutory organizations. As I'm talking to you right now, they are short-staffed. They need people to come work for them. And when they are recruiting, they recruit in large scale, which is also the reason why the government of New Brunswick have chosen them for this program so that you can go ahead and apply. So kindly go onto the website as well and apply with this employer. And finally, the last employer on my list is Macan Food Limited. So this company is basically into potatoes, you understand? So potato products could be French fries, it could be frozen potatoes, or anything that has to do with potatoes. It is a very, very big company. They have lots of job vacancies. So I would advise that you should go into the company's website and also make your applications. Now, let's talk about the purpose of this program. So like I said earlier on, that there is shortage of staffs here in New Brunswick, Canada. So when the government thought about that, they decided to create this program by liaising with these 6 to see if they can get international workers from outside Canada to come into Canada and work for these companies, thereby solving that issue, solving that problem of shortage of staff. And then to make things easier for you, who is that international worker that is coming to Canada from your own country, when you get the job, they are going to provide you with a visa, and they are going to also pay for your flight fee from whatever country you're coming to down into Canada. At this point, it is very, very important that I highlight the benefits of this critical work program to you. So the first benefit I'll be talking about is the settlement services, okay? So when you arrive Canada, the first thing that these people will do for you is the settlement services. So with the settlement services, they will ensure that they provide for you housing, they provide for you transportation, they will provide for you schooling for those of you who are coming with your kids. They want to ensure that you are well settled in Canada, because when you are well settled, they are sure you will be happy to work for them here in Canada. And don't forget, like I said, they will pay for your transportation down here to Canada. So the second benefit I'll be talking about is the language service. So when you get a job with any of these 6 employers, they will ensure that they provide for you a language service. What do I mean by language service? In New Brunswick, Canada, 2 languages are spoken basically. It's either French or it is English. And then it could also be bilingual, because some people speak French and English. So depending on the employer that you got a job with, if an additional language is needed for you who is English and cannot speak French, or for you who is French and cannot speak English, okay, so your employer is going to enroll you in a program where you have the opportunity of learning that particular language, which is either English or French, and you have 200 hours to achieve this. That's a lot, and I know you will be able to speak either languages or both of the languages at the end of the 200 hours. The third benefit on my list is training. Okay, so most times when people leave their country and come into Canada for a job, they might not be too good. They might only have basic ideas about the job, or the way this particular job is performed in their home country where they are coming from might be slightly different from how it is carried out in a new country, precisely how it is carried out in New Brunswick, Canada. So as a result, these employers usually provide training. So why I'm saying this to build up your confidence so that you won't be scared and say, what if I cannot do the job? Relax, you'll be able to do the job because they will give you training. Okay, the training is free. You don't need to pay for the training. They will give you training so that you're able to carry out your job effectively and efficiently. And I love this particular benefit, which is the benefit I'm going to talk about. This benefit is that when you get your job with any of these employers, okay, coming with your visa, you can come with all members of your family. So you can come with your spouse and you can come with your children. So if it is a husband that got this job with any of the employers, your wife is going to come on open work permit, and also you can come with your children. And if it is the wife that got the job, your husband can come with open work permit, and you can also come with your children as well. And then the flight fee for the entire family will be paid for. Guys, this is so awesome. This is so amazing. And then it just doesn't end there. When your kids come, there's free education here in Canada for your kids. Okay, so you just need to go and enroll your kids in the closest school that is in that area or in that community, and they will give you a list of things that you need to buy for your kids to start school, which is basically this water bottle, the school bag, the lunch box, and indoor shoes, and a pair of boots to be worn outdoors when the kids are going outside for outside play. Apart from that, education is free for you when you come to New Brunswick in Canada. Okay, so now let's talk about how to apply. Yes, I know you guys have been waiting for this. So application process is very easy. So the first thing you need to do is to prepare your resume. Okay, your resume should be prepared in Canadian format. So you're going to have your resume and you're going to have your Canadian cover letter, all in Canadian format, and then you can go ahead to apply. I'm going to drop a link in the description section. Okay, in this description section, when you click on that link, it will give you a description of the Canadian resume and the Canadian cover letter, so that you will be able to have that format that they want and apply for the job. Second thing you need to do now is to apply for the jobs. And how do you apply for the jobs? You apply for these jobs by going to the company's website. Okay, you go to the company's website, go to Google, type the name of the companies. The names of the companies will come out on Google. You click on it. When it opens, select careers. Okay, when you go to careers and careers is open, you click on job openings for people outside Canada. If it's not mentioned for people outside Canada, just click on job openings. You will see the jobs that are mentioned there. Click on the jobs. There will be different jobs though, right? Okay, so click on each job and check the requirements. See which one of them you are eligible for, and then go ahead and make your applications. So another way that you can apply, if you don't want to apply through that way, is when you open the website, go to where you see contact us, okay, or look for the contact email of the HR. So when you get a contact email of the HR, there you can submit your resume and also your cover letter. Remember, in Canadian formats, okay? Another way that you would want to apply is via LinkedIn. So if you are in LinkedIn, you can follow these companies on LinkedIn and go ahead and apply with them via LinkedIn. And remember, while in LinkedIn, you can also get the opportunities of meeting staffs and other people who are working there in these companies, or rather working with these employers, and you can have a time to chat with them as well. And then finally, there are several job portals here in Canada, such as Indeed, Job Bank, and many more. So you can find time, go to these portals and check if these employers are mentioned in any one of them. Okay, so when you see vacancies with these employers on Indeed, on Job Bank, or any other portals that we have here in Canada, please go ahead and apply for this job, as I wish you success, because I know that you will get this job. Okay, you will get this job, and this job will bring you into Canada, whether you're coming alone or you're coming with your spouse, or you're coming with the entire family, with your children, and they will pay for your transportation, like they will pay for your flights. So guys, I hope this video was very useful, helpful, bring you, your family, and your loved ones here into New Brunswick in Canada. I always try my best to bring in interesting videos that will teach you and help you how to come into Canada and help you to know more about Canada, if you are in Canada or if you are not in Canada. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye.